Early Sunday morning, Australian time, something happened at BC Place Stadium in Vancouver that nobody outside Australia was expecting. Australia's Socceroos walked onto the World Cup stage as rank underdogs against Turkey and won 2-0. Comfortably, convincingly, in what football commentators around the world are now calling one of the results of the tournament so far. For Australians who stayed up through the night to watch, or who woke up to the headlines, this was a genuinely joyful moment. Today we're breaking down what happened, who the stars were, and what this result means for Australia's World Cup campaign. Let's talk about the context first, because it makes the result even more impressive. Turkey were heavy favourites going into this match. They're ranked 20th in the world. They have genuine quality throughout, players from the top European leagues, an experienced squad, and a passionate football culture. They were returning to the World Cup for the first time in 24 years, with a point to prove. For Turkey, this was supposed to be a statement match, a comfortable opening win against an inferior opponent. Australia, meanwhile, came in ranked around 50th in the world. Coach Tony Popovic named a starting 11 that included 10 players, making their World Cup debuts. He dropped captain and experienced goalkeeper Matty Ryan, one of the most capped players in Australian football history, in favour of 22-year-old Patrick Beach, who was winning only his third cap for Australia. It was a massive gamble. It paid off spectacularly. The goals tell the story. In the 27th minute, Australia broke forward on the counter-attack. The ball found Nestori Arankunda, 19 years old, born in a refugee camp in Rwanda, arrived in Australia as a child, and he hit it first time into the corner. Goal. Australia 1, Turkey 0. Arankunda became the youngest Australian man to score at a World Cup. His celebration was a punch of the corner flag, just like his hero Tim Cahill used to do. After the match he said, "Timmy Cahill was my biggest inspiration. I just thought if I score, I'll do the same as him." Turkey pushed back. They dominated possession for long stretches. They had chances, and this is where Beach became the story. The young goalkeeper made 8 saves, more than any other goalkeeper in the tournament so far. He tipped a long-range drive onto the post. He made a brilliant near-post stop that seemed impossible. He was unbeatable. Then in the 75th minute, Connor Metcalf picked the ball up in midfield, advanced on goal, and drove a low shot from 23 meters into the bottom corner. 2-0. Game over. Let's talk about what this result means, because there's more to it than just 3 World Cup points. Australia is a multicultural country. The Socceroos squad reflects that, better than almost any other national team in the world. Nestori Arankunda came to Australia as a refugee from Rwanda. Awa Mabil, one of the forwards, came as a refugee from South Sudan. Mohamed Toure has roots in West Africa. These are Australian players, representing Australia at the biggest sporting event in the world and winning. That story resonates deeply in a country that has been having some very loud, and sometimes ugly debates about immigration and identity. The Socceroos, on a global stage, demonstrated something that too often gets lost in those debates, that Australia's diversity is a strength, not a problem. Coach Tony Popovic spoke about this after the match. He said his squad represents modern Australia, young, diverse, hungry, and unified. It's hard to watch Arankunda celebrate that goal and not feel something about what this country can be at its best. Now what comes next? The tournament format gives Australia 6 days of rest before their next match. They play the United States in Seattle on Saturday morning, Australian time. The US are a serious team at home, playing in front of a massive crowd at their own World Cup. It will be a much tougher test, but Australia go into that match with 3 points, genuine belief, and the knowledge that Patrick Beach is in the form of his life. If the US can be held, Australia could potentially qualify for the knockout rounds from Group D. That would be extraordinary, and it's no longer unthinkable. Australia has only ever won 5 World Cup matches in its history. Sunday night in Vancouver was number 5. Whether there are more to come depends on the next 2 group games. But right now, Australia is in a World Cup with 3 points on the board, a goalkeeper having the tournament of his life, and a teenage refugee who just became the youngest Socceroo to score at a World Cup. Did you stay up to watch? or wake up to the result? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear the reaction from around Australia. Like and subscribe for more Australian news explained simply. See you next time.